Hey guys, Matt here. This is my review of the 2012 version of Red Dawn. This movie is directed by Dan Bradley, and the movie stars Chris Hemsworth, Josh Peck, Josh Hutcherson, with Adrian Palicki, Isabel Lucas, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Now, the plot of this movie is North Koreans invade America, so these group of teenagers decide to defend their country and their homeland. Now, in this review, I'm going to be comparing it to the original 1984 version because one of these movies is good and the other one is not good. Not good at all. Now, before you get angry at me, just let me tell you, when I saw Total Recall, granted, I was comparing it to the original. But with this movie, I tried to go into it with an open mind. I tried to go into it with the mindset of the person that I went to go see it with as, okay, haven't seen the original, this is a new action movie for the new generation, so let's just see how it is by itself as it stands. And that didn't help, to be honest. Let's start with the acting. Not very good. This movie really only had 3 people that I can say were credible or believable in the movie, because everyone else was just wasted or their acting wasn't very good. Chris Hemsworth is one of them. One of the other people is Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who's a supporting character. He plays the role of Tanner, who's a U.S. Marine that they find. The third person is actually the man that plays Matt and Jed's father. His name is Brad Cullen. He's a guy from Apollo 13, and he was the congressman from Dark Knight Rises. Good actor. But everyone else was weak. Everyone else in this movie was so bad that it really could have just been Chris Hemsworth, and he would have carried the movie, because he did. He carried this movie. Now, granted, Chris Hemsworth did have, a lot of resemblance to Patrick Swayze, the way he would just be, just the aggressive, just angry side to him, but the way he's different from Patrick Swayze's character in the original is, Chris Hemsworth's character is a Marine, so he knows tactics, he knows strategy, he knows how to fight, he's a soldier, so he's trying to train all these group of kids, including his brother, how to be tough, how to take care of themselves and watch their own backs. Now, the co-star in this movie is actually Josh Peck. He's from Drake and Josh, show on Disney Channel. And so this was his real first acting role away from that. And I never watched the show, but Josh Peck just came off annoying, He's slimmed down and he's aged, but he just had a voice like his throat was sore the whole movie and he was just yelling too much. And then Josh Hutcherson is in this as well. He's a big star now. He really should have been the co-star, or maybe the lead role, if not Chris Hemsworth. But Josh Hutcherson was just there. When I think of this version of Red Dawn, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, that's a Josh Hutcherson movie, because he was not a big part in this movie at all. It's just like he'd be on screen, and then he would, they'd focus on somebody else to go away for a while, and it'd show him again, saying one little line or whatever, and it just made you go, oh yeah, I forgot, Josh Hutcherson's in this. Alright, cool. But they didn't do anything with him. The 2 women, Isabel Lucas, who's from Transformers 2, she played the blonde that was hitting on Shia LaBeouf in the storm room. Really just the girlfriend that was in distress, that needed to be rescued. And then Adrian Palicki, who was supposed to play Wonder Woman, she did an alright job. She played like the Jennifer Grey type role in the original. She was the love interest for Jed. But I was going to say, she's like the sympathy role, but unfortunately you really don't care about any of these characters besides Chris Hemsworth, because all the emotional stuff, there's not too much of it. In the original, pretty much all but 2 of them died. That's really not the case in this movie at all, so it's really kind of hard to sympathize for people when, nothing really bad's happening to them. The North Koreans that are invading, they're totally one-dimensional. They're just seen like these bad guys. In the original, we got to see the Russian commander and the Spanish guy. We got to see the Russian side. We got to see them, what they're like. This one, they just came off as, oh, the Koreans, big bad Koreans. And another thing is the time elapsed in this movie. In the original, you could tell that it was months. You could tell they were out in the woods on their own, and they had adapted to their surroundings after months of being on the run and hiding. In this one, it just seemed like it was 2 or 3 days. That's it. Other than that, the story just seemed like it was over real too quick. It's like, okay, here's a problem. Oh, we're just going to go resolve it. There's going to be a casualty, but in the end, you know, we're going to resolve the conflict and it's going to be like a happy ending. That's not what the original was like. The original was serious, and it was kind of dark in the sense that in 1984, we actually thought something like this could happen. This one is just an action movie, so it's really not that engaging. You really don't care about anybody in the movie. The acting is good for the, you know, for the most part. I mean, the action was alright, but it came off kind of like Live Free, Die Hard, where it's like, really? That's not practical at all, but it's a movie. So, I mean, there's really nothing to this movie. If you haven't seen the original, go see the original because it's the better of the two movies. So from a rating of a 1 to a 5, because this Red Dawn was just alright and it seemed like it was really too short, being an hour and 40 minutes, from a rating of a 1 to a 5, Red Dawn's getting a 2. Because I left the movie going, wow, that was terrible. You know, someone once told me that the best movies are from the 80s. Well, I agree with that somewhat. What I do totally agree on is that there are no good 80s remakes, and Red Dawn is proof of that. So, till next time, guys, see ya.